Hey folks, good morning. Pastor Sean coming to you with today's daily devotion. We didn't have one yesterday on Thursday for some reason. Everything just seemed to get lost in my phone, and I was over my data limit to the point where I couldn't send emails, which is ridiculous. But I had to downsize some things, and apparently yesterday's video was one of those things that got snatched away. So I apologize for that yesterday, but today we are looking at the road to Pentecost. Over the next few weeks, we will be at Irwin Hill. We will be discussing the road to Pentecost, the events that happened post-resurrection leading up to the day of Pentecost, and the outpouring of the Holy Ghost on the early church. Jesus tells them in Acts chapter 1, he says, "You shall receive power after the Holy Ghost has come upon you." You shall receive power. So many times I believe that we walk around in this life feeling like we have no power, feeling powerless, feeling like we have no control over any situation. That's not the case at all. Jesus tells us, once you receive the baptism of the Holy Ghost, once God's Spirit fills your soul, you have the power. Jesus tells us after the resurrection, he says, I've been given all power in heaven and earth. That power now transfers to us through the baptism of the Holy Ghost, and we have that same power. He tells us in Mark chapter 16, you shall do these great things in my name. You'll cast out demons. You'll take up serpents. If you drink any deadly thing, it'll not harm you. You'll speak with new tongues. If you lay hands on the sick, they will recover. Why? Because you have the power. The power doesn't come from you. The power comes from God, but you have access to that power. We've said this, and I've explained this to you many, many times, and there's no reason not to explain it again, I guess. When I go over to the light switch and I flip on the light switch, I have the power to turn the lights on. I'm not the source of the power. Here at my house, North Georgia Electric is the source of the power. They send the power to my house, and when I flip the switch, the lights come on. I have the power to distribute the power throughout my house. I can plug up what I want to. I can unplug what I want to. I can flip on every switch in the house, have every light, every ceiling fan, everything going in my house, because I have that power to distribute what North Georgia Electric has given me. You and I have the same power in our lives. God has given you the power of the Holy Ghost. So what are you saying, Pastor? I'm saying that struggle that you face, you have the power to overcome it. That challenge in your life, you have the power to overcome it. Those good times, you have the power to maintain them. That healing that you need in your body, you have the power. The power is given to you by Jesus Christ. He went back to the Father, talked to the Father. The Father gave him the authority to send the Holy Ghost here to empower us to do what we needed to do to complete the journey that is before us. Christ knew that without him, we could not succeed. Without him, we could not continue. And our connection to him is the Holy Ghost. You have the power. The power that comes from the throne of God, the power that comes from Christ himself, the power that raised Christ from the dead now flows through you and I. So whatever it is, you've got the power to complete the task, to maintain that level of excellence, to do what it is that God has called you to do. You've got the power inside of you. It is the power of the Holy Ghost. I love you. I'm praying for you. Hope you have an amazing weekend. Hope to see many of you this weekend at Irwin Hill. If not, get yourselves to a house of worship. Worship God this weekend in spirit and in truth. That is who he is looking for. I'll see you again on Monday. God bless you as always, is my prayer.